going to do startup and go over settings on a Wagner plural component unit. First we want to turn the unit on. The control box is a turbine driven unit, so there's no electricity involved. It's all done pneumatically. So we've got our catalyst in pump B, we've got MEK flush, and then we've got pull lane for our paint and pump A. We just set all the paint up, so what we need to do is prime everything so we're ready to go into production mode. So this knob here, if you can see that, there is a gun. There's a gun on this setting right here, which shows basically you're ready to spray at the gun. Put it in prime mode, flip it, there's two half circles with an arrow. That tells you that you're in prime mode. This is the main valve for each pump. Each pump will have one of these. You basically throttle this pump over. Get all the air out of the system. Nice even flow of material. Flip this switch back into spray mode. Turn the pump on to pressurize it. We'll do the same thing on the A side. Put it back into spray mode, pressurize the pump. Now that we've got both A and B side primed, we can go into production mode. This here is the current catalyst ratio for this product. Depending on what product you're running, you want to change your catalyst ratio. So to go into production mode, we hit start. What that's going to do is that's going to load the lines, and that's going to tell you how many cc's it took to load those lines. So now we're ready to spray. Pressures, you want to make sure that your B side, your catalyst side, is at least 10% higher than your A side. So right now we've got 55 psi on this side. And 40 psi on this side. These pumps are both 35 to 1. So do the math on that. 40 times 35, that'll give you your total pressure. Make sure that that side is always at least 10% higher than your A side. Right now we've got material to the gun. What we want to do is set the proper atomizing air pressure. Right now it's set at 0. You can see the spray pattern with the tails. What we want to do is turn that air pressure up in small increments till those tails are gone. A little more. about 5 more. Now you can see we've got a nice even spray pattern all the way across. No tails. That's how you want to set your air pressure on the air mix gun. So when you're not spraying, it's going to toggle through. It's going to show the ratio, and then it's going to count down the pot life. Once this gets down to 0, it's going to come up with an error code. It's going to be error code 15. Error code 15 is going to tell you your pot life is over. You need to flush right away. Okay, so it shows the current catalyst ratio, now that we're in production mode. It shows how much material is actually feeding to the gun, which will fluctuate up and down. This blinking light up here shows that the catalyst is actually injecting into the paint. If that's not blinking, then we're not receiving catalyst. So right now they've stopped spraying. The catalyst is not injecting.
All right. Won't bother me. I can use that shit over here. Yeah, about 4, yeah. That stuff lays out.
So now that they've stopped spraying, it's going to show the catalyst ratio. Then it's going to tell you the pot life on the material on this timer right here. They start spraying again, it's going to give the readouts, and then when they stop, it's going to reset for the 30-minute pot life. Alright, now we finish this run, this color run, we're going to flush out the system. First we're going to hit the flush button, flush out from the static mixer, from the valves through the static mixer to the gun. That's going to flush out all the catalyzed material. So you hit the flush button, stop, hit flush, you grab the gun and cycle through. It'll cycle through 300 cc's of solvent to flush out the system.
That thing sounds like a cannon.
You'll see first it'll cycle through the B pump and then cycle through the A pump. Then the flush pump will start cycling. Color changeover, we have to change out the catalyst and we have to change out the paint. So we're going to flip this to prime mode. Toggle the pump. Now that we've got the catalyst out of there, we need to run solvent through this pump. Now we're going to prime the pump with solvent to flush it out. Now that we've got solvent flushed out the catalyst, we're going to change over to our new catalyst. And repeat the process until we get the solvent out and the new catalyst primed into the pump. Once that's done, we go back into spray mode. Pressurize the pump. And we repeat the process on the paint side. So now we're going to flush out the A side. You got to turn that. So make sure that this lever here, before you turn that this lever here is all the way up, pointing at 12 o'clock. Then we throttle the pump, low pressure. Run solvent until we get plain solvent through there. We're going to pull the solvent out, prime it with the new color. Okay, we've got our new color in. Put it back in spray mode. Pressurize the pump. Now that we're running a different catalyst and a different type of material, we need to change the catalyst ratio in the unit. To do that, hold the plus and the minus, let go till it says code. Code. Set. Toggle up to 15. Hit set again. Wait for the ratio to come up.